Take it to the next level.
Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Coach Tiffany Parra, Editor-in-Chief of Fitness Fanatics magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. I hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving holiday and got a chance to spend time with family, friends, and really show, that the thankful and gratefulness of everything going on, hopefully in your lives today. I am so excited today. We are bringing on one of our contributing writers to share some of her brilliance. She is a mindset and self-love coach. I'm going to bring her on in. We go way back, I tell you. What's going on, Coach Amy? How are you? I'm so excited to see you.
Thank you, Tiffany, and hello, everyone. Happy Black Friday, and hope to be able to contribute and give something to you today. Yeah,
Absolutely. I'm like I said, I'm excited. Happy Black Friday again. Yes. I hope that if you are out there and you are shopping, I hope you are being very safe. I know lots of stuff goes on during this time. Hopefully you are in the comfort of your home or somewhere where you are just watching us and you're going to be able to get some valuable knowledge and wisdom. Amy, please, for those that don't know you, please share, who you are, where you're from, and just a little bit about what you do. And we're going to dig on it.
Okay, so my name's AB Sheila, and as Tiffany said, I'm a mindset and self-love coach. I live in the United Kingdom, London, and yeah, that's where I'm from, and that's what I do in a nutshell. Mindset and self-love and mindset coach, or mindset and self-love coach.
And a lot of people, you hear about, mindset shifts, and a lot of people, there is that buzzword of, self-love. I mean, and people need to be tapping into that self-love. For those out there, AB, that, are really unfamiliar with, some of those terms and things, can you kind of explain to them, what a mindset and self-love coach is, and, what are some of the services that you offer to individuals in this type of coaching?
Okay, that's a very long question, but okay. Okay, so I'll start with mindset. So it's everything's it's dependent on our mindset. So self-love. Do you have love for yourself? A lot of people misunderstand the word self-love and think it's more being self-absorbed. So being self-absorbed is more external. So I'm going to treat myself and just go spend a lot of money. That's not self-love. That's I don't know what to call that, but no, it's not self-love. That's not loving yourself. Self-love is an internal thing and comes from the inside. So it doesn't matter whether you have a lot of money or whether you've got a chaotic situation, you know who you are. So self-love is about knowing who you are and valuing yourself.
Yeah.
So not your identity. So your identity is like the labels people give you, like mother, daughter, wife, teacher, doctor. Those are labels. ADHD. Those are labels. That's not you. Your true self, who you really are, your true substance. So knowing who you are and appreciating that, it's all about self-love. Once you start to develop self-love for yourself, so have compassion for yourself, recognizing who you are, that you are unique. you're
Mm-hmm.
not the same as somebody else. So, for example, in my past life, I would say, oh, I'm not good enough because that person has more letters after their name, or that person's been doing it longer. Yeah, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
good enough compared to who. So I'm again comparing. So I'm judging. I'm judging
Right.
myself on what I think somebody else is, not necessarily
Mm-hmm.
somebody else. So what I
Mm-hmm.
think somebody else is. So complete judgment. So learning to be non-judgmental of self. And
Right.
as you non-judgmental of self, you're non-judgmental of others and of circumstances.
Yeah.
And so that's very important. Having compassion for self, giving
Mm-hmm.
yourself
Mm-hmm.
time for yourself, to your quiet moments for yourself to understand.
Right.
Same how you would like to treat your best friend, or somebody you really
Mhm.
be able to do that for
Right.
yourself.
So important.
So that's, and then about the mindset, it's about, we've got certain mindsets, and a lot of times it's all about that change in mindset. So we might have a mindset, for example, that we can't achieve a certain goal. And when you
Mm-hmm.
change that mindset and realize how unique you are and how powerful you are as a human being, your mindset changes and it becomes not really easy, but you start to get answers, and it kind of does become easy and you start to enjoy it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's about working on your mindset, working on the monkey brain, which is not you. So I talk
Mm-hmm.
to my clients about the saboteurs. So I'm a positive intelligence coach too. So I talk to them about the saboteurs and the sage. So the saboteur sits in the left-hand corner of your brain, and the
Mm-hmm.
sage is in the right-hand side of your brain. And the sage is your true self. The saboteur is the monkey brain that comes and tells you you're not good enough. These are things, that habits that we've developed as children to
Mm-hmm.
protect ourselves, because as children are very vulnerable
Right.
and we don't know what they're thinking. And you might just say no to them and they kind of feel bad about it. So they feel they're not good enough. So you might develop things like thinking that if I do this for my mom, for example, I do this for a teacher, they'll love me more. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the pleaser. So the pleaser saboteur comes in and thinks, oh, if I do that, they love me more. So you're always wanting to please. Or you might feel a victim all the time. Oh, they're doing this because I am this, because of that. So you've got
Right.
that victim. And as children, we develop these things of victimhood, judge. So we're judging ourselves all the time. We're judging other people. So they're 10 saboteurs altogether. And
Wow.
that's not really who we are. It's just tools that we've developed, or habits that we've developed as children to protect us as children. Because as I said,
Mm-hmm.
children are vulnerable. And for instance, when you go through a divorce, or your parents are fighting, the children often think it's their fault, but it's not.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they think it's their fault. So they think, oh, maybe if I do this, my parents will stop fighting. But no, it's just things that happen depending on the personality of the child. They develop different tools to protect themselves during that
Right.
vulnerable time. And the thing is that we hang on to these habits, and as adults, we need to shed them. But we still hang on to them because obviously they become part of us through time, but they're not really us. And so
Right.
it's working with people to help them understand that that's not really you, and to weaken that side of you, which will always be part of you. So it will always be there. So developing tools and exercises, just like you go to the gym to
Yeah.
develop to develop different muscles. So
Right.
you have your practice to develop
The
the muscles
mindset
in your
muscle, right?
brain. Yeah. So develop in your brain that you weaken the side that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't serve you and strengthen the side that serves you. So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
just it's just building
Yeah.
up, being aware first of all, because you have to be aware that those thoughts are coming in. And as you
Absolutely.
develop more self-love for yourself, you're more aware of things that serve you. Like for instance, if you want to lose weight, as you start to develop, forget the weight, but if you
Mm-hmm.
start to develop, change your mindset and develop the self-love,
Right.
your brain starts to give you ideas and things that you can work with that help you.
Right.
Is it that I need to do more exercise? Is it that I need to be eating the right sort of food? Maybe I need to eat less of this. So maybe less carbohydrates, for instance, which kind of cause cravings that make you eat more, understand what your body is all about, and understand what works for
Right.
you, what makes you feel more energy and what makes you feel less energy. So
Really tuning in, right?
yeah,
Because
you
people,
become
like
more
you
attuned. Yeah,
said, the brain is going all over the place and they're not
yeah,
tuning in. And
exactly.
that's the issue, you know, because you're not listening to your body,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. You're not in
And
alignment. Yeah, and the
mhm,
thing again about self love is that it's really weird because as you start to develop that, you find out that you start to have the anger for other people and the discontent with other people starts to lessen. And I'm
mhm.
not saying you're excusing bad behavior, but it's not what it's not your business really. If somebody's got bad
Right.
behavior, it's nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
That's their problem they need to solve. You can help, but having been angry at somebody doesn't really help the
Right.
situation. Because it just brings up their saboteur, so you have the conflict.
Right. It's
So
all
what
in
you
how you react to it. So if
yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah. So
react to
sometimes the way
it,
you react, even with your body
right,
language without saying anything, can make the other person's hair stand up, and they become even more aggressive than they normally would be. So if
right.
you only have control of yourself, so you can only do what's in your own power. And if the
Mhm,
other person
mhm.
behaves in a not a nice way,
Right.
well, there's nothing you can do, but at least you know you've done your bit. And again, what I think you see, like we talk about the planet, love of the planet, and we treat the planet very badly. Again, this all comes with that because as you start to develop self-love, it's really weird because it's like a ripple, and you
Mhm.
start to develop love for everything, so living thing, and even things that are not living because they have been living once. Like you've got your desk, it's come out of a living thing,
Right.
so you start to
Yeah.
have respect and love for everything
Mhm.
and
It's more being
everyone.
grateful, right? It
Yeah,
really
the gratitude. Yeah.
attitude of gratitude,
Yeah,
right?
you start to
Mhm.
appreciate where you are, appreciate your journey,
Yeah.
and start to
Yeah.
understand the why. Because sometimes we ask the why, why is this happening and why? You might not see it immediately, but I can see my whys from years before where I couldn't see maybe 10 years ago, but I can see now why. So when things happen now, I kind of think, okay, just look for gratitude in what's happening, even if it's negative. I look for the silver lining, as they say, because in years to come, it actually becomes really clear why you are probably going through a certain journey, which might
Right.
not have been
Yeah.
pleasant at the time.
Yeah. And
I'm not,
it's like it's a
I'm not
stepping
saying
stone.
people. I'm not saying again that people don't inflict pain on others. Sometimes
Mhm.
they do, but again, that's probably out of your control. If it's in your control, then that's fine. But sometimes
Yeah.
it's out of your control. So, what are the positives can you take from that pain? Because you can't change what's already happened.
Right. Yeah.
If somebody's
Really,
inflicted pain
you
on you,
gotta move on. You have to move
it's
past it.
past, hasn't it? It's already
Yep.
it's past. Once they've done it, it's past. You can't change it.
Right.
So, how do you
Right.
move forward from it?
Yes, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, as we're getting to the close of the year, I know there's a lot of people that are dealing with, mindset issues, and they're dealing with, you know, a lot of turmoil, right? Because it comes with this time of the year sometimes. And what are some of the tools that you offer in your coaching that could kind of help people to get their mindset right or be able to tap into that self-love? Because there may be people out there really feeling some emotions right now.
Okay, so yeah, again, this is a very good example because with me, yeah, it was very stressful time for me, and I've learned, and again, it's about the stress. Is it what's within your control?
Right.
Sometimes we stretch ourselves. And the thing is that you might not have enough money and then you go out borrowing and you get stressed because you want to get something huge. But you know what? People understand. I think it's the thought and it's about you being there. So putting things in perspective, is that really necessary or is it necessary? Because I think that's probably the biggest thing with finance around this time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the stress for the next 6 months because you're trying to pay back what
Mm-hmm.
you borrowed. Is it really worth it? When you think about your mental health. And sometimes these things are not even appreciated. So it's about your boundaries, let people know, this is what it is. And most people do understand. So the stress, removing stress from this time. We want to have the best for our families in terms of the dinner that we're making and the food and the presents we're giving. But again, it's like finding clarity in your head, deep breaths, like I said, PQ reps, so deep breaths and the tools that you can do to help you gain that alignment within yourself. And so so not acting on impulse. Oh well, I see this, I've got to buy it. Before you buy it, maybe take your deep breaths and think, do I really need it? Is it going to serve? Is it going to serve me? Is it going to serve them? Is it going? Taking the time out and not giving into the pressure of society. I think that is so important. So getting your mental health in order is very important, because if you don't get it right now, then you've got probably some people a year recovering from now, and then we're back into Christmas next year. so it's like really thinking, is this what I want? Does this serve me? That's so important. Having self-compassion, not judging, because again, I think we have so much pressure in society. Everybody's giving very expensive things, so you think you've got to give something expensive, but it's about the thought, the time, quality time you spend. Maybe make a different tradition of quality time as opposed to expensive time. Because people will appreciate a nice happy day with loads of photographs, if you like that. Gratitude, thinking about how grateful you are. I think the gratitude is a big thing. And you might not have a lot of money, but maybe you have good health, maybe you have family around you, maybe you have a business that's thriving. Whatever it is you have breath, you're alive, you have breath.
Right. No,
That can be a
absolutely.
blessing.
And if you are alive, go out and share with others and
Yes.
give as well. If
Yes.
you can, if you can just go out and just touch, one person out there, right, that is in need.
Exactly. And that could
Go
just be a
out.
smile.
Yes.
Sometimes
Yes.
you could be
Even
walking
just,
down the street and you could see somebody, and that smile could make that person change
absolutely.
whether they
Absolutely.
were going to commit suicide or not. Just seeing
Absolutely.
that smile, so that has happened. So yeah, just a smile. Simple things, really simple things can
That's
work.
right.
But again, like I said, as you start to develop that self-love, those things just start to come naturally.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's talk a little
Grounding.
bit about what you have to, because you have a special going on, I know, today, and I do want to make sure that we talk about that. So please share, it is Black Friday, so share your special promotion that you have going on right now, because I think it's amazing. And I think it's really, really important for people to invest in themselves and invest in, making sure that they can elevate, right, their mind, body and spirit, right? So this, being able to have that self-love is so important. So
It is so important. I wanted to include, like centering yourself. Some people call it grounding, but I just found out that when you say the word grounding, it's like an anchor. So you're grounding yourself, and you're just going in circles because you're grounded. So centering your whole being, it's very important. So going out, in stepping with bare feet in the grass, going out there. That's another very important thing. So in terms of what I have to offer, I do offer the mindset change attached to coaching of self into mindset. Into self love. That could be with relationships, many relationships. So mainly toxic relationships, or building your confidence. So that would be a 6-month program, $1,000, $1,000 a month, coaching over a 6-month period. So coaching every week. But at this time, I'm offering for Black Friday for a week, 50% off for
nice.
anybody who registers. Yeah, and that also comes with my book. I've got a book which is Breaking Free, it's called. and also some training in terms of classes.
Very good. Very good. I love it. I love it. So tap in, everybody. And seriously, if you have not subscribed to Phoenix Fitness Fanatics, you need to subscribe so you can get some of this lady's juicy content. She talks to you about self-love and about, gives you some tips that you can really put into place, in your daily life. And some of these tips, they're very easy to apply. So, and there's certain things that honestly, I mean, it's free to be able to just do a little breath work, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to cost anything to be able to just elevate your spirit just a little bit. So, definitely tap in. And if you're really looking to shift that mindset and really elevate that self-love, you want to tap into this Black Friday sale, this Black Friday promotion that AB is having as well. So AB, how can they get in contact with you if they want to connect with you, they want to work with you, they want to sign up for this as well? How can they connect with you?
So I'm on Facebook, AB Sheila, and I'm also on LinkedIn, and my website is absheila.com. And you can get a free download, absheila.com/free-insights. Get a free download.
Get those free downloads, y'all. So, AB, before we get out of here and let everybody go about their day, please, what's some words of wisdom, words of encouragement that you can give them real quick to just help them to kind of finish this year strong? We're almost there.
I think, the stress is very high at this time of the year. So the breathing from your abdomen, that is so important. Gets the oxygen to the brain, gets more clarity there, gets you calmer. That's one thing, gets you really calmer. So that's very important. Then your gratitude, I think the gratitude, keep a journal if you can. If you can't, you can put it on your phone. Keep a journal. And when you do your gratitude, think about the why. Why am I grateful? And then the feelings come, because everything is in the feeling. The secret is in the feeling.
That's right.
So think about it and learn to say positive things about yourself. I am excellent. I am great. Learn to not put negative words after I am, because I am is a very powerful language. And it's actually, I would say, spell. So if you say I am something negative after, you find that you kind of self-sabotage yourself. Whereas I am something positive, if you continually say it, your body starts to understand and you start to give you that. Have self-compassion. Compassion for self is so important. Non-judgment. You can recognize things that you want to improve without judging yourself or judging others. So important. Yeah.
That's right. Love it. Thank you so much, AB. Well, I want to thank you for joining me once again on the Own It Publishing platform. We are here taking center stage. It's Black Friday, and I just love having you on the Phoenix Fitness Fanatics, magazine platform and family as well. So keep on doing the amazing work that you do. Everyone, thank you for whoever did tune in and whoever's going to be tuning into the replay. Please drop in the comments what you took from, the conversation. If you have any questions, anything you want to know, please reach out to us and definitely connect with Coach AB. So, all right, y'all, we will see you next time. Have an amazing day. Take care, everybody.
Bye.